you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely.
How's it been for you so far?
So far, so good. Just enjoying life, meeting the fans. And I love it. An opportunity to come back out on the convention scene.
Yeah, I guess it's changed, right? It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
This was probably every weekend of your life.
It probably, yeah. And to have that just like suddenly gone last year was like, what do we do with ourselves now?
Well, the entire world came to a screeching halt.
Little bit thing. But in the voice acting world, it's one of the few industries that actually kept going and thrived. So a lot of the voice talent were able to just kind of adapt with the times, and a lot of us had to basically upgrade our home recording setups to be broadcast quality. So now basically most of the time, the talent are recording anime and video games and other projects from home.
But I'm guessing you already had some sort of a home studio?
Yes.
How much has it changed in the last 18 months?
Hasn't changed much physically. It's just, for me, it's a walk-in closet. It's literally, that is great insulation. And all these engineers are online saying, your environment sounds great. It's like, good.
Is it literally a walk-in closet with like your own clothes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not a walk-in closet that you've made into a studio?
No, I haven't done any sort of, I put some acoustic foam on a couple of walls. But other than that, it's just pillows, quilts, boxes, clothes, it's, and yeah. Otherwise, everyone else is dropping up to 10 grand on having studio quality. And it's like, I'm glad I could cheat my way out of that.
What would be the most bizarre, like what would be the thing you've done with the biggest reach that has been recorded in your closet?
Oh my gosh, what was done there?
Like what could we have seen on TV or something that we go, oh my God, that was in a closet?
Geez, maybe some Dragon Ball Super, maybe some stuff on Cartoon Network, a lot of anime stuff that gets shown on Adult Swim. So, golly, I kind of forget. This is a first world problem. Yeah. I work on so many projects, I forget what I've worked on until a fan will tag me on Twitter or see it at a con. It's like, you were great in so-and-so. It's like, I'm in that? Oh, yeah.
But it's also like you did this 6 months ago or a year ago, and you're like, oh, yeah.
And that's the truth. I mean, nowadays, the turnaround's really fast for anime.
Yeah.
Video games usually have like a lead time, 6 months, 9 months, year or longer.
Yeah.
Something like, Street Fighter back in the day. Street Fighter 4, I recorded a good year before it came out. And we're under a gag order, right? NDA, so like, don't talk about it. It's like E3 comes along, the trailers, it's like fans are like, that sounds like you. And like,
it could be, maybe.
Sounds like me. That's really interesting that you say that.
At what point in your career did you realize, oh my God, I'm making enough money with this that this could actually be my job?
Probably 10 years into living out here in LA.
10 years.
I left my radio career with Radio Disney in Dallas, full-time on-air DJ, and that segued into the voiceover thing with Dragon Ball Z back in 2000. 2005 rolls along. I said, all right, I'm going to pick up and move to the West Coast. I want to do cartoons and more video games and stuff. Came out here, instantly went broke, and did some behind-the-scenes production jobs for years, and just slowly but surely started getting more and more work. And then about 10 years in, things started to turn around. I started getting more convention appearances. And then during the pandemic, thank God for Cameo. Cameos with the custom video shout-outs.
What voice do they want to hear the most on Cameo?
They love to hear the narrator next time on Dragon Ball Z. They love hearing that. It's like, can you wish me happy birthday? Can you tell my brother he's an idiot? Or, whatever it is.
But you sticking it out while you're out here, that says something. Because there's a lot of people. Here's the problem. I think LA for a lot of people is a destination. Like, oh man, I'm living in LA now. I've made it. And it's like, no, that's step one.
Yeah.
Like that's step one. You got to the place where the things happen. Now you got to do the things.
Yeah. You don't want to be the homeless guy who says, I live in Beverly Hills. It's like you're literally walking the streets of Beverly Hills. Like, this is my home. It's like, is it though? Is it? And yeah, that's an upward hill.
But you were getting enough jobs that were, making you go, okay, like I'm on to something here?
Well, see, it all starts with a dream. I mean, cliches are cliche for a reason. When you're passionate about something and you want it to happen, you just stick to it through the thick and the thin, and you say to yourself, okay, I'm seeing a lot of cosmic signs. This isn't in the cards right now, but I'm going to stick to my guns. I got people questioning my sanity. It's like, are you sure you just don't want a day job? It's like, yes, I'm sure I don't want a day job. I've had a taste of how much fun it is to do voiceover. And for me, that's what I want to do with my life.
Yeah. Where do you create, or where does it start when you're creating a voice or creating a character?
Well, creating a voice comes from the ability to, cold read and be able to commit and improvise some sort of performance based on bullet points, really. What you see is like a picture of the character, a little bit about them, and the audition script might show some range and emotion. It's like, all right,
and then
I don't know what the context is.
But you go, what would this guy sound like?
Yeah, and I've often heard that your job as a voice actor is to audition, to treat the audition as the job, because 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna get the gig. And so, what is your job? Well, to not book, to audition more than you actually book, and to remember to never take it personally. Because the reason you get picked for something is not because, you're better than someone else. You just happen to be what they're looking for. Yeah. And I think it's worth more if you're not what they're looking for, but they think you're good enough to get on their short list, that they'll continue to call you in the future. And your inbox continues to see like, oh, well, these studios are calling me now. At least I'm being heard.
Yeah.
So maybe something will stick someday.
So do you get sides and it's like, we need this by tomorrow at noon?
Some days, even the same day. Some days like a 4-hour or less turnaround. It's like, we need this now.
Well, you have the benefit of being able to hold the script, which is good.
Yes.
You can't do that when you're on camera.
Yeah. And that's what I always tell people on camera. It's like, another reason I love voiceover is you don't have to memorize things. The script's in front of you. And the TV people that get into voiceover, I'll be in the lobby of a studio and they'll say, man, you guys VO people, you got it made. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter what you look like. You can wear your PJs. You go in, you're focused, you do your stuff, and go home.
Yeah.
Whereas on camera, you're on set for 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Waiting for the lighting setup and the cameras and doing takes and takes. And is my eye line right? Is my makeup, wardrobe?
Yeah.
Who's got time for that?
What's the job you got that after reading the sides of the description, you went, this sounds ridiculous. And then when you saw it come to life and it became as popular as it was, you went, oh my God, wow.
It's never something that I think is ridiculous per se. It's more like things that I think that, okay, anime is super popular right now.
Yeah.
And you don't know what's going to stick. For every, like one huge show, there's going to be 10 other copycats and 20 other, it's going to be fluff. And you got to sift through and find what the good stuff is. And not having seen the show and I'm just in a bubble recording just my lines only, I don't really have the full context until it's out there and I happen to watch the show. So things that become big that I didn't know would become big, like 7 Deadly Sins on Netflix. It had a huge run. It's like, oh my gosh. And I get requests for autographs on my character Escanor. It's like, I had no idea he was that popular. I'm like, what? This is crazy.
What are the items that people are bringing you most today to autograph?
Mostly, God, I get a lot of love for Naruto. I do Kiba on that show. I did Aizen on Bleach, the lead villain. I get a lot of love for Danganronpa, which is a big RPG that one's another one that's way huge.
The fact that you can name this many characters that are this popular, this over, to borrow a wrestling term, that's exciting.
Yeah, and to be a part of that world, to not just be a fan of it, to be a part of the fandom community, but also get to work in the industry and see both sides of the coin, to be on both sides of the mic in my case.
Yeah.
And work with amazing people. The VO community is so supportive and so wonderful. And the fans are fantastic. This is what conventions are all about. You get that face-to-face time again, and it's just wonderful.
What was the best piece of advice that you were given early on in your career that really helped you take things to the next level?
Golly. I think just remaining passionate about whatever it is you want in life. Give it a try, even when you have doubts, because it's better to try something and have it not work the way you thought it would, because you're going to learn something positive out of that experience instead of being too afraid to try something new and just going, man, I regret not trying that. And then suddenly you're on your deathbed, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. You want to take a chance because, hey, maybe it'll work. Not in the way you thought. Maybe you're going to go down a tangent that you didn't anticipate. And that's the way a lot of people go.
Yeah, it's not win or lose. It's win or learn. Like, you're going to learn something, even if it doesn't become what you thought it might become.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a journey, and we're all on this spinning ball together, and every path is unique. Everyone could do it the same way I did, and it's not going to turn out the same way. So everyone's got to remember, hey, can I just do what you did and just get into radio and cross over? It's like, no, because today it's about the internet and creator-driven content. It's just a different world, a different atmosphere. So go forth and stake your fortune, I guess. Make your future.
I think that's a great way to end it. Congratulations to you on everything.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to be a part of it. I'm thankful for the fans and thankful for the opportunity to speak with awesome people I've been watching on YouTube for years.
That blows me away.
This guy.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.